So, in the Elementor global community this morning, there was a very good question by someone called Matthew Jones. And he says, is there a plugin that allows you to use variables to change text? For example, say you have pricing across your website in different spots, but want to only change it in one spot. Basically like a mail merge or something similar, just text that's in paragraphs or something. Instead of typing like detailing is $350, you replace $350 with some variable, and then that changes throughout the site. So you might use a function like that for, as Matthew says, for pricing. If you've got a product price, you're not using WooCommerce, you're just selling simple products and you want to be able to adjust your pricing regularly. But you could also use it for any other text that may change regularly, like a telephone number, for example, or an address or something, or almost anything that is likely to change. So that got me thinking, and it is something that I've used previously. And to do that, we use a native function of WordPress called Shortcodes. And shortcodes are used by a lot of plugins, a lot of themes to render information in a place on a web page as a result of some function or another. And it could be a display function or things like a calendar. It depends on the theme or the plugin that's being used. But because it's a native part of because shortcodes are a native part of WordPress, they're very easy to use, and they're very easy to use even inside Elementor. And in this short video, we're going to be looking at creating a shortcode and then rendering that somewhere on a page. And before we start, I must explain there's a number of ways of doing this, but this is actually by far the simplest and produces the most lightweight code, which is also very, very flexible in terms of the way we format it and so forth when rendered on the page. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And the first thing I need to introduce you to is, if you're not familiar with it, the Code Snippets plugin. This is great for non-coders who want a simple way to install functions on their website as a result of code. And even if you're a non-coder, don't get scared by this. It really is incredibly simple. So if we hop over to one of my Elementor test sites here, you'll see once we have the Code Snippets plugin loaded, and make sure it's this one with this logo, because there are a number of imitations around, but this is by far the oldest, the best supported, and the free version will do everything you need to do here. It's got over 800,000 installs. It's regularly updated, so it's a very safe, very lightweight and easy plugin to use. So let's just head on over to the website here, and once you've got Code Snippets plugin loaded and activated, you'll see the snippets down here in the left-hand bar, the admin panel, and you can create new snippets. There's a number of ones included, sort of samples included, but we're going to create a new one. So I'm going to add a code snippet, and you have to give it a title. So we'll call this display price A in a short code. And therefore, then we're going to need some code. Now, I've used ChatGPT to generate this. It's something that ChatGPT is very good at doing. And I'm just going to copy the code out of here and pop it into the snippet. And what this will do is to display the words hello world wherever you put it into a shortcode called display_text. I want to change this, so we can change anything within these quote marks. So I'm going to use a price here. I'm going to just put 49.95. I'm not going to put any currency symbols or anything else. We can do that later on. But so we've got the text is 49.95. The short code is called display text. I'm just going to copy this out while I'm here. Okay, so once I've got that in there, I can say So here we have our shortcode, and I've just changed this to display price A down here, because that's how we're going to call the shortcode later. As you will see, we've changed that to $49.95 in the text. So I'm going to save changes, and that's now activated. So let's hop into an Elementor page here that I've created, and we'll just update this. Start with. So I've created that shortcode as we saw over here. I'm now going to use this page. I'm going to reload the editor since we created that shortcode, and I'll show you how to now use it on a page. So here we just have a blank page. Elementor has a shortcode widget, which is very useful. So I just pull that onto the page like so. And here, shortcodes in terms of format must start and end in a square bracket. So I'll open it with a square bracket. We'll pop in the name of our shortcode, and lo and behold, on the page here, I can see it says $49.95, the content of that. So that's great. The only problem with using the shortcode widget is that I'm very short on styling options. If I want to make that bigger, red or whatever, I can't. I can apply positioning to it. I can apply margins and padding and everything else, but I can't actually do any styling of it without using custom CSS, which is not terribly convenient. However, just to show that this works, I'm going to update the page here and view the page like so, and there it is, $49.95. Now, let's say my price changes. It's now $59.95. I'll just go into my shortcode here, change that to $59.95, save the changes, and now when I refresh this page, like so, you'll see it changes to $59.95, which is great. That's exactly what we want to do. This could be any text you like. When it's contained inside those quotes, you can have any text you like. So that's the Elementor shortcode widget. Good, but perhaps not good enough for what we're looking for. Thankfully, I'm just going to delete this. Thankfully, shortcodes can be used pretty much anywhere inside any Elementor widget. So let's, for example, just take the text editor. We'll pop that onto the page, and instead of the text, I'm just going to pop the shortcode in there like so, and you won't see this change dynamically in the editor, but it will be there once you save a page. So I'm going to apply some styling to it. We'll make the text color that pink. We'll make it a primary heading. We'll make it a bit larger as well. So I'll put it into rem, give it a size of 2. I also want to add some text to it. So before the shortcode, I'm going to add price today, just pound symbol, dollar symbol, whatever you like. Okay, that's that. Let's just add some padding to, a margin to make it look a little bit better, like so. And now update, view the page, and there's our pricing. Now, like I say, so that's using a shortcode. We can style that because it's in a text widget. We can style it any way we like, but even better than that, we can then use that shortcode in a number of other places. So let's say, for example, I wanted a button. I pull the button onto the page. Where it says click here, I could say buy now for just, and then pop our shortcode in, making sure we've got our square brackets, like so, and update that, just show you the magic as it happens. View the page, and there you go. I now have an active button that could link through to a product, to a page or whatever. And then let's just make sure we're not cheating here. We'll go back to our code snippet. We'll change the price back now to just £30. Dollars if you wish. and save the changes. Go back to our page here, refresh the browser, and there we go. It's changed wherever we've used that. Now, that's it. You can pretty much use shortcodes anywhere inside Elementor, any button, most widgets. A good example of this might be where you've got something like a PayPal payment button. So we'll just add one of those in here. And you can see it says there, buy now. We can style this how we want. But I could, instead of having the text here, I could say buy now for, adding our shortcode, square brackets, yeah, buy now for that. And again, when we update view page, there we go, we've got the contents of it there. That will now, it won't work because I haven't set up PayPal, but I could then sell directly on PayPal. When I change my price to £35, a simple change, refresh the page, and there you have it, all changed, all done. So I'd urge you to experiment with this. There's a great deal you can do with shortcodes. I say you can put them pretty much anywhere you like. You can put them in menu widgets. You can put them in many widgets where you've got dynamic content. You can choose shortcode as the input and pop your shortcode in there. I urge you to experiment with it because it is particularly helpful. An area where I tend to use it is in footers, where I've got the client's trading details, name, address, and registered office, so forth, because that means that I can just display it in various different places on a website, just change it once if anything changes. So hope that was helpful, and any questions, obviously, please use the comments below. Thanks for watching.